if you are watching this now, then maybe you are neurodiverse yourself. Maybe you are autistic, ADHD, maybe you're something like bipolar, dyspraxic, or something like that. I don't claim to know everything about these labels, these disabilities, or differences, shall we say. I don't know everything about them. I don't know everything about autism. That's the one thing I've identified with for the past 10 years. I still don't truly know what it is and where it's come from or whatnot. It's still a very confusing subject. I'm not here to tell you every single thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm a painter and decorator. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't claim to be Mr. Sciencey guy. I never will claim that. It's all very fucking confusing. But what I do know, especially for something like autism, life can be confusing. We've got this world built up basically for non-autistic people. This world has been built by non-autistic people, and it's designed, I think, for the non-autistic people. When you're a bit different, it's confusing. When things in life are the way they are, you and I don't understand it very much. The normies understand it absolutely fine. The normies understand it fine. But we don't. We might struggle. You and I might struggle at something. One thing I've always struggled with, and this might not be an autistic trait, this might be either a dyslexic trait, or I think this could be an ADHD trait, is that I am terrible with instructions. Not terrible, I can be terrible. With generic instructions are things I know. If it's my job, Jay, paint the wall, do the woodwork of the, stuff like that, that's fine. But generally when it's, Jay, go and get this thing for me. Go into the back of the van, get this tool. What tool is it? I've never heard of it. It's this shape, it's on this part, it's on the left. That's when my mind will just go poof, and I would forget one valuable piece of information that could find this one tool. Or I work in a restaurant. One day a week. I get sent to the big fridge out back. Jay, can you get me the mozzarella? It's in this pot, on this side, on this shelf. And I struggle with that as well. So usually when I get sent to go and get something, that's when my mind will go a bit, ooh, okay. Not panicky, because if I get the wrong thing, no one's gonna moan at me. If anyone moans at me, I'll tell them to fuck off, quite literally, okay? Go fuck yourself, go and get it yourself then. In the past, I would have panicked. So that's one thing I've always struggled with. It's instructions. If there's a tutorial, I'd rather have a video of somebody showing me this tutorial and how to do something. If there is a piece of paper with all this text saying do this, do that, it ain't happening. It is not happening. I will get stressed. I will start getting pissed off. This is something I've always struggled with, and I still struggle with now. I don't think I'll ever not struggle with this thing, with instructions. Maybe you can relate. When everyone else, the normies, or at least the perceived normies, some people argue, oh, no one's normal. But there are normies. You know that there are normies everywhere. They're there. They're not bad people. In fact, they're probably good people, but they don't understand us. They try to understand us, but they will never understand us. When things are there, we don't get it. It's just the way that life works, the way things are structured. We think, why don't we do it like this? It'll be much easier. We like routine, for example. Normies don't really like routines, or generally some normies might do, but we love a routine. The normies don't understand us, why we love a routine, but we do. I love a good routine. I don't get things done without a routine. Like if I want to get things done, I want to read a book, I want to edit a video, make a video, do languages, tidy up. I procrastinate and I just put it off, I throw it off, I don't really bother. I think, oh, I can't be bothered. Oh, I'll do it later. But if I have a routine, if I have a habit tracker, like this one, for example, I'm already getting things done. Usually I struggle to wake up at 5. I want to wake up at 5 from now on. I'm an early bird, I want to catch the word and that sort of thing. I want to wake up early. But sometimes when you're really tired, and when I'm really tired, the alarm goes off, my brain is all a bit like, oh, I could go back to bed, I could wake up at 6. Next thing you know, I've snoozed my alarm till 9 and I've wasted 3 hours. To a normie, that wouldn't bother them, but to me, it bothers me. I want to get things done. I just want to start working on something. I need to work on something. I need to read. I need to study a language. If you don't know me, I'm a bit of a language enthusiast. So I like studying and practicing languages. So I have this habit tracker. Wake up at 5. Do this. I even write the habit tracker in German because I'm learning German at the moment. Do this, do it this, do this at this time. I've changed my habit trackers and routines just to tweak it a bit, and I've figured out what works well for me. It is at 5 o'clock you wake up. Tick it if you've woken up, or put a cross if you're a little bitch and I want to stay in bed. You got to do this. You got to make sure that you meditate. You got to pray, or whatever you like. You might want to do this. You might want to copy this, but you might not want to pray. You don't believe in God or anything like that. That's fine. Then don't pray. But you might want to, I don't know, do homework, college work, coursework, anything, exercise. The normies won't understand us. The normies, I don't think, will understand. I know some might. Some might, to be fair. I could be completely wrong. Some might. But to be honest, most won't understand. Most won't understand. Oh, it's Sunday. Why don't you just have a lion? Sundays are for rest. They won't understand that we would like a routine. Or that I would like a routine. No one seems to understand why. I would choose voluntarily to wake up when it's dark, when I don't have to. Where I could just have a lime, because I work 6 days a week. But you probably don't work as hard as me. I work 6 days a week. So the reason why I'm making this video is in the sense of life is confusing for us people with autism. You might feel the same. I realised something recently, that I'm not special. I don't mean like, yeah, special. I don't mean like that sort of special. I mean, I'm not unique. There are thousands, if not millions, of men like me out there. You could be one of them. So when I say I love a morning routine, I love a routine in life, I like to follow this strict pattern, I like to go this exact way to work, I like that. And you might like that as well. You might like that the same as me. You might like the way that I do things, so you might relate to me. Then you might realize that, you know what, oh shit, I'm not the only one that feels like this. I'm not the only one that's alone in this world. I don't feel like this. I'm not the only one. Now I understand why I feel like this. It's because I'm autistic, and I'm not the only one that feels like this. I'm not alone in this world. Because I'll tell you what, it can feel lonely. Another autistic trait is that we can feel alone, is that we feel alienated amongst even our own family. I can be amongst my most loving family, and yet I still feel like an alien around them. That is an autistic trait. So you might be around all your good groups of friends, or a good group of friends, and you can still feel like an outcast, like an alien, like you don't truly belong. This is why. And you're not alone. There are millions of men and women around the world that feel the same as you do. And again, the normies won't understand why, but I understand why. We understand why. Hope this video helps. Hope this video makes sense to you. If you are new to this channel and you've made it this far in the video, then I thank you for watching. And clearly this message resonates with you. Go click subscribe now, see more videos like this, and it's a win-win for the both of us. I'll see you in the next one.